YouTube? It's your girl Bianca Shanice, and I'm back with another video. If you're new here, hello. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Also, please don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe, and please don't forget to hit that notification button so you can get alerts when I put up new videos. Cause what y'all gonna see me? Yeah, okay. So today's video, I will be doing a 2021 recap of everything that I experienced, down to boundaries, singleness, and a couple more other things. And if that is something that you would like to see, please stay tuned and keep on watching. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump on into the video. Y'all just don't know how many takes it took me to do this video. Not because of the conversation, because of my lipstick. I had this pretty bright pink lipstick on and it was matte, and it was just not right. So I had to take it all off. But anyways, blah, blah, blah. Y'all, it is 12:23. It is 12:23 in the morning. So pray for your girl. I just want to go ahead and jump on into like my 2021 recap. Y'all, 2021 has been wonderful. But I will say, the beginning of this year in January, I was not in the best place mentally. And I had everything was going well for me. You know, I had, just started my job at Shoe Show. I think I started like January the 20-something. I want to say, I can't remember if my family and I did our virtual Zoom vision board. I don't know if it was before January or was it first or second week of January. Did the vision board, wrote my goals and what I had planned for myself for 2021. I did that. So I want to say probably about this second week of January, y'all, I was feeling unfulfilled, not satisfied. And I haven't started my job yet. Even when I did start my job, I still was, experiencing those feelings. I just felt like I was going through like a phase of bipolar depression. I have dealt with depression for a couple years now. I dealt with anxiety for a couple years now, and I feel like now I have it under control. I used to see a therapist like a couple years ago. And I think, I know that this year that's going to be one of my things is to find me a therapist, a Black therapist at that. And I would love for them to be, spiritual, like a spiritual Black therapist. I would love to have one of them. I just continue to pray. I continue to talk to someone. And the person that I talked to, she just became a licensed therapist. I want to say it was this year, which is my cousin. I continue to talk to her. I continue to talk to, people who was like-minded, people who had my best interest, people who had positive energy, a positive outlook on life. And I try to stay away from a lot of negative people, people who didn't mean me no good. And I still had to learn that, to stay away from those type of people throughout, the whole year. So I'm just gonna be honest, every day is not a good day. Some days I still feel like I'm unfulfilled or not satisfied, but I have learned to have coping mechanisms when I feel this way. And I'm just gonna say, y'all, it was the grace of God who kept me through 2021, because God has been so good to me, y'all. And I'm just gonna let y'all know, I'm going to be talking about God. God has got me through this year. God has got me through many of years. And I'm going to continue to rejoice. I'm going to continue to be grateful for him. I'm going to continue to be thankful for him. And I'm going to continue to speak his name and speak all of the things that he has done for me. But I just want to talk about like the beginning of the year, because the beginning of the year was really tough for me, because I don't know. It's something about that. It's something about January. January always feel like a long month. I'm already going to prepare myself for the month of January. I'm going to be talking about goals and vision board and mood boards, later in the video. But I do want to say I'm going to try to work on my vision board this week or the beginning of January. Just try to have an idea of what I want 2022 to look like for me. You can be on fire. You can be on fire them first 2 weeks, or that first week, and that second or that third week, or that third week, you just feeling like 2022, come on and go, and I'm ready for 2023. So I don't want to experience that this year. I want to be able to, if I'm feeling like nothing is going right, I want to be able to go ahead and nip it in the bud, or use some of my coping mechanisms that can help me, to push through each and every day. So that's, what I'm kind of, that's what I kind of want to talk about, something else to help y'all be your best self in 2022. Because that's what we're doing all 22, being our best self, being the best version of ourselves, and putting ourselves first, being a little selfish with ourselves. And that's another thing I'm going to speak on is my time and peace. But also, I got a job in 2021. I got a financial increase in 2021. I was able to be a blessing to people in 2021. I also got some setbacks. I also got some no's, but I felt like it was positioning me for 2022. I don't regret, anything that has happened in 2021. I feel like the good, the bad, and the ugly has shaped me for the person that I am now, because the person I am now, I was not the beginning of the year, last year, and so I know it's a saying that if you think you know me from a year ago or 6 months ago or 3 months ago, you don't know me, because I change daily. And when I say that's the truest saying, that is the truest saying, because the person I am today, I was not that person 3 months ago. I was not that person 6 months ago. I was not that person a year ago. And I was definitely not that person a couple years ago. So I changed daily. I changed weekly. I changed monthly. And I'm going to definitely change yearly. I'm only going to get better within time. And I'm not going to always get it right. I'm not going to always have it all together. But I want to make it my best to do better for myself, my girl, and my family, and to encourage y'all to be the best version of yourselves. I may feel like I'm talking a little fast, but when I be in my moment, I do talk fast, but I'm going to try to slow it down and break it down. But yeah, that was like my recap. Things that I have learned about 2021 is self-care, peace, boundaries, being uncomfortable, my singleness season, my alone time, becoming that girl. And I'm going to dive into a few of those topics of what it means to me and how I feel about it now, and how I'm going to try to embrace those things for 2022. So the first thing I will be talking about is boundaries. Y'all, when I tell you, I did not know the importance of boundaries until this year. Boundaries has always been around. I don't know why I'm just now getting in the habit of having some. I feel like we all should have boundaries for different aspects of your life. You have to have some boundaries. You have to. It's a must. We all should have some boundaries. When you start having boundaries for yourself, it will definitely make people love you more, or it will make people flee away. And when you start to set boundaries for your life overall, you have to be prepared to come out your comfort zone. You have to be prepared to lose some people along the way. It's going to reveal to you who is for you, and who is going to respect your boundaries. You want people to respect your boundaries. And you also have to be willing to have that same energy when somebody else is giving you that same type of response. So, first you got to have boundaries. You got to set some boundaries. I don't know what your boundaries look like, but whatever your boundaries look like, you have to write them down. You have to probably rehearse it until it come naturally for you. And one of my boundaries is being able to say no when I don't feel like doing nothing. If I don't feel like doing nothing, or if I feel like somebody's being an inconvenience to me, I want to be able to be like, no, I can't do this. No, not even, because that's what I'm about to say. I don't want to always overshare, because I overshare my no. Why can't my no just be no? I heard this lady on TikTok, and I'm going to I'm not going to quote word for word what she says, but I'm going to quote some things that this lady said on TikTok. Stop oversharing your no. Stop oversharing it. Your no should just be no. And I don't want to over explain myself to people. I just want my no to be no. And That's that. I feel like I shouldn't have to give so many reasons to my no. I shouldn't have to be giving you so many reasons to my no. My no should just be no, and that's that. I feel like when we go into details on our no or explaining my why, it makes me feel like I'm asking permission for you to be okay with my no. And that's just not okay. Like, it shouldn't even be this hard. It shouldn't even be this difficult for my no to be no. Like, no, I'm not doing it. I don't feel like doing it. And that's just that. That's what it's, and you can be respectful about it, but sometimes you might have to get a little firm and be like, because you know how these people like to tussle, where you be like, no, I'm not doing it, or I don't feel like doing it. So you got to be prepared. That's also the other side of your no or your yes, or, because your no can be your no and your yes can be your yes. Like, yes, whatever your yes is or whatever your no is, however it fits for you. But we got to be prepared to stand on our no and our yes and be firm about our no and our yes. And I don't have that all together. I want to get better at doing that. It makes me so uncomfortable to tell people no or yes to something that I don't feel like doing or I want to do. And I got to be comfortable with my no and my yes. And I feel like if that's something that you have been experiencing or you have been dealing with, that's something that you probably should work on as well, if you feel like that's what you want to do. Because I don't feel like I don't feel like nobody should approve my yes or my no. And vice versa. I shouldn't have to approve that. Like, just when I say approve, over explaining my no or my yes. Like, I don't need your approval. My no or my yes shouldn't have to make you feel comfortable. And I guess it's like I contradict myself when I say that, because it's some people that I don't mind, over explaining to. And it's some people where I don't want to over explain. I just want my no to be my no and my yes to be my yes. If I don't have ones that I would like to over explain it and just be like no to everybody, then it'll just come naturally. But I guess that I'm gonna just have to work on that or figure out how I'm gonna do that. But that's basically one of my boundaries, that I just want my no to be my no or my yes to be my yes, and that's that. And it just make it seem like when you over explain, it's like you just cleaning it up. You cleaning it up when you over explain, make them feel comfortable. And like I said, what I have learned, that my no or my yes does not have to make you feel comfortable. That's my boundary. Also, I feel like sometimes when we do feel like we have to over explain, or it's because when we want something done, we want somebody to do the same for us. So that's why I say, y'all, we have to be prepared to have that same energy when somebody else tell us no or yes to whatever. We got to have that same energy. You can't be getting all in your feelings or however it goes, but we have to be prepared to, have that same energy when somebody do us the same way, because that's their boundary. You can't get mad at how people, when people want to start having boundaries for themselves. Like I was saying about picking and choosing who I want to over explain my no or my yes to, because I was mentioning that because your boundaries only holds weight if you're firm on them. If you firm on them and people seeing that you're not, taking it back, that's the only way that your boundaries is going to mean something. Because if you keep changing it for this person or changing it for that person. So, see, I'm speaking to myself. So it's just something that I'm going to have to work on. You just got to stay firm on your boundaries. Point blank, period. Point blank, period. Also, like I said, it's going to make you feel uncomfortable when you start sticking to your boundaries, or other people start sticking to their boundaries. It's necessary. It's necessary for you to get uncomfortable. It's very necessary for us to get uncomfortable, y'all. When I tell you, I have been so uncomfortable in 2021. I haven't shared with y'all, but at my job, I have received this key holder position at my job. And y'all, when I tell you, I didn't want to accept that key holder position. I was running away from it. I was like, I'm not doing it. I'm comfortable with, you know, just being whatever my job title was at that time. I was comfortable with that. And that's how I know God was on my side this year, especially with my job, because when I tell you, I'm gonna have to break it, give y'all a little backstory. This gonna be a little chit chat video, so it's gonna be necessary for y'all. It's gonna help someone. But I applied for my shoe show job last year, probably in September or November. She told me that I just need to fill out the application. I filled out the application, and no, when I first went to apply for the job, she said they wasn't hiring. So I think about 2 or 3 months later, I went back again, and she told me that all I had to do was fill out the application. I filled out the application, and I was hired. So of course, you know, the pandemic is going on, and she was like I want to say like a couple days after that, she told me that her manager said that she couldn't hire nobody because it was real slow, and that or whatever. So I'm like, that kind of like bummed me out or whatever. And so January of the beginning of this year, she called me. She called me and asked me was I still open for the open to work at Shoe Show. And I was like, I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go, but I knew that I needed a job. So I went anyway. Even that little moment was uncomfortable for me because I hadn't got to the point where, shoot, they ain't gonna call me, you know. It was something that, you know, when you want to do something, you want to do something, but when it's unexpected, sometimes you don't be prepared for it, or you don't want to do it. So that's how I was kind of feeling. I was not prepared for it, and I was really not feeling it. But at the end of the day, I was like, girl, you need a job, girl. You can't be just sitting on your tail all day. So that's what I was doing. And so I got the job, and I've been working. And I just felt like my time to shine. And the reason why I was saying that is because I started in January. I got the key holder position in October, which they had been asking me like a couple weeks before I accepted it. And I just was like, no, I'm not going to do it. I don't think I can do it. It's like a little bit more work, and I'm just comfortable with what I'm doing. So with that being said, you know, my cousin had made a good point. She was like, Bianca, a couple years ago, I was working at this other job, and I was just like a regular, you know, worker. You know, I worked the floor, you know, I was a seamstress. I think that's what you call it, hem pants and whatever, and worked the register. And the job that I was working, I don't think the person knew my worth. And I feel like at this job, they knew my worth. And I felt like, you know how they like the last shall be first, and the first shall be last, and the last shall be first. I feel like it was my time to, you know, the veil to unravel from off of me. I feel like God was like, no, you was not gonna be hidden anymore. You're gonna be noticed. You're gonna be recognized. You know, it's your time to shine. I hope all this is making sense. Going all over the place, but it's gonna all wear together. And I feel like, you know, God was like really on my side, you know, with my job situation, because I didn't have to call them. I didn't have to ask for that position. I feel like everything just came to me. And I feel like when you are in position, everything, you know, just fall in place for you, line up correctly. When you in position, when you be obedient and do what you're supposed to, God will position you to be in the right place at the right time. And I don't know, of course, I don't want to be working at Shoe Show for the rest of my life, but I feel like Shoe Show is where I'm supposed to be at right now. And I don't know if it's something from that job that I need to learn and I need to take with me when I leave, or I don't know if it's something that my job needs from me, because I'm humble, I'm very respectful, I'm a hard worker. You know, just my presence or me being in that store, I feel like they can, you know, it's something they might need from me. And sometimes it might not be about me. It's just about me being in position, me being in, you know, tune, being obedient to God's word, and just hearing out for his voice. And but that's what I want to, kind of talk about with that part, with like my whole recap with my year. And everything else just has been, falling in place, yeah, everything has been falling in place. I think I would like to share about showing up for yourself. I definitely want to show up for myself all 2022. And what I mean by showing up for myself is just like I said, I get up and go to work and, do what I'm asked. Or if my boss asks me to do this and do that, I'm going to do it because, stuff got to get done because I got to get that money, But when it comes to me, I be lagging. Like, I don't know why, like, self-care days seem so hard for me because I'm already burnt out from doing things for everybody else, or doing, being a mama or being a daughter, being a friend. Like, I'm burnt out sometimes with doing all that, where I don't even have the time or energy to pour back into myself. And that's not okay. That's not okay, because if I'm not okay, how can I be okay for everybody else? I'm going to be burnt out. And I just want to make sure that, I be very intentional about showing up for myself, because I feel like I owe it to myself, and whatever that looks like for you all, whatever it looks like for me, I'm going to do it. I don't know right off my head of what that looks like for me, but I have to start writing things down and, just start doing it. If I want to go out to the movies by myself, why can't I do that? Go to the movies, take yourself out. If I want to go buy me some perfume, or if I want to go buy me a candle, if I want to go do this, or if I just want to just have a day where I'm at home not doing nothing, I want to turn my phone off, then I need to do that. Showing up for yourself come in so many different forms. It looks so many different ways. And whatever showing up for yourself looks like to you, you need to do that. We all need to do that. Especially as, women, we always are looked at being the strong Black woman. Sometimes we don't want to be strong. Also, I want to talk about is singleness, y'all. Your girl is single, as y'all all may know. I am very much single. Like I said, I'm single. But it's okay. It's a good thing. I feel like I am single for a reason. I am in my singleness season. And I have really learned to embrace my singleness season. My singleness season started a couple years ago. I want to say probably like 2016, 2017. And I really didn't understand it fully, because in 2016 and it's 2021, at that point, I didn't think I was going to still be single. But I really did not start walking into my singleness season till about 2020. I think it was 2020. Was it 2020? 2019 or 2020. I think it was 2020. But anyways, because I was still kind of tied up in some situationships. Talking to one guy that I knew that I shouldn't been talking to, because I didn't know him. He really didn't know me. Like, I had been talking to him for years, and we just wasn't a match. Like, of course we was physically attracted to each other, but he really didn't know me and I really didn't know him. It was just basically off of a physical attraction, me just doing something, and then I think towards like the end of, like, before it was time for us to, before I decided, I want to say a year before I decided to like break things off, I started to have those feelings where I should have had those feelings in the beginning. Like, kind of like I was reading him, and I felt like that's what I should have did, in the beginning. Like, I should have been reading him, like, he got this, he don't have this, but he got this over here. I wasn't doing all that, and I felt like that's what I should have, been doing in the beginning, because I probably wouldn't been talking to him as long as I did if I would have did that then. And, I was trying to, like, show him that I was a good woman, and show him that I was this, and show him that I was that. And he was not recognizing that. Like, when I tell y'all, the guy was incarcerated, and I was sticking with him through him being incarcerated, in prison for a certain amount of months. I think he was in there for a couple months or a year. I don't know. He wasn't there that long. You know, the phone calls, going to go see him, you know, just jail talk, all that bull crap, which I already knew that some of that mess that he was saying was lies. But anyways, you know, I just was in, you know, situationships like that, and then I was in this other situationship that I knew from the jump that I should not have myself in, y'all. And I felt bad, you know. I felt bad for, I guess they say you didn't feel bad because you continue to do it, but I just knew I shouldn't be in that situation. And I talk about it. I'm not ashamed of the situation that I was in, but I'll talk about it. I don't feel like I want to talk about it in this video because that's not what it's about. But anyways, after I got finished with those two situationships, that's when I felt like I actually started my singleness season. I was still single at that time when I was with them in those situationships, but I was not like fully, you know, it wasn't like fully registering to me like, girl, you need to cut all them people off and you need to focus on yourself. Heal. You need to, you know, just go through the motions by yourself. You know, you just need to figure out who Bianca is, you know, how to become a better mother, how to become a better daughter, you know, figure out what it is that you want out of life, what, you know, how can you get closer to God, spending much time with God, building that relationship with God, having that one-on-one time with God. That's what I needed to do, and that's what I have been doing. And y'all, when I tell you, it has gotten me far. It has gotten me far. I'm still very hopeful to, you know, to start dating, you know, to get in a relationship and to be married and have, you know, kids or a child or a kid, you know. But it's some things that I got to have in place before all those things come. I really don't be putting myself out there because where I live at, it's really not much to do, and I definitely don't want to talk to nobody from around here. And I say that in the most humblest way. Like, I don't want nobody from my town. I don't. I'm just hoping whoever God has for me, he is not from here, because don't want it. So wanted to become whole. Like, I know that before I get in a relationship, I want to be whole. Like, I want to have my own individuality. I want to be my own person. I don't want nobody to make me happy. You know, that I just want that next person, I want him to add to it. You know, just add to me. I don't want to depend on you for you to make me happy. And my I's dotted and my T's crossed on my end. Because I know it's some things that I want from a man, but it's gonna be some things he gonna want from me. I just can't expect him to have all his stuff together and I don't have nothing together. I don't have nothing to bring to the table, you know, so we can come as one. So, you know, it's a lot of things that I know that I have to, you know, work on and still have to work on. And I know it's gonna be some things when I do come with him, we're gonna have to work on together. So, and I also didn't just want it to be, you know, waiting in my single season. I want to work. I didn't want to be waiting. I wanted to be, you know, keeping myself busy, you know, doing stuff, you know. Just because I don't have a boyfriend, that doesn't mean I can't go out to this restaurant. That doesn't mean that I can't take myself to the movies, you know. I'm alone, but I'm not lonely. So, yeah, there. And also another thing that I want to talk about that I have learned about myself in 2021 is that I am very much an introvert. It's like I'm like an introvert extrovert. I'm very much comfortable. Y'all, when I tell you I value my alone time, I value my alone time. It's a must. I must have alone time. Like, I don't need nobody disturbing my peace. You know, it's like I could be around people for a certain amount of time, but when I'm ready to go, I'm ready to get from around people, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go home. And it's also what I have learned was, like, it's hard to let family and friends know that I'm introverted. Like, I'm very much introverted. Like, they don't understand my introverted self. Like, I'm the type of person, like, you can't call me today and ask me, you very much can, but you can't call. I wouldn't prefer for people to call me today and then ask me, can I go so and so? I have to process it. And I know it's weird, it's crazy. Like, I have to process, I have to think about it. Like, I just don't know. I just don't feel like doing all that. Like, I don't feel like doing it. And I guess it's a part of my boundary where I got to start saying, no, I'm not going to go. Nope. And plus, by me not going out anymore, I'm very much a homebody. Like, I like to stay home. This is my comfort zone. This is my sanctuary. I like to be home. But I would like for people to call me. And it's too crazy. It's to the point where, like, give me a call like a week or two in advance, because I got to really think about it. I got to plan. It's like, it's just so much. Like, I just don't like that spare in the moment type of stuff. Or somebody say, I'm about to drop by, I don't like that. You like, call me, let me know. And we'll figure it out. I just don't like it. I really don't. And it's like, it has nothing to do with, that person or whoever may ask me to go. It's me. Like, I just don't feel like going. And it's probably gonna feel that way with a lot of people. But yeah. Or then it'd be like, I said yes, knowing doggone well I don't want to go, or I knew I wasn't gonna do it. And then it mean I gotta come up with an excuse when that time come. And then I might feel bad for I'm lying, because I knew I didn't want to go. So why I just didn't go ahead and tell you no. What that boy say, it's this guy on TikTok. He be like, no, I'm probably not going to go. Okay, love you, bye. But I just need to be more comfortable with, just telling people no, I'm not going to go. I don't feel like going. And everybody doesn't need to have access to your time. And then, cause people be feeling entitled. People be feeling entitled to your time and your peace. No, we have to stop that. They need to stop that. Like, everybody should stop feeling entitled to somebody's peace and time. Like, no. Then it's like, I don't know, like how my brain and how my mind works. Like, I get drained so easily. Like, I could be on the phone with this person and I could be on the phone with that person. This is all in one day. And when I tell you I am tired, I feel like I need to recharge. I need to rethink some things. And then if somebody else be calling, I don't feel like talking no more. It's like, I feel like I'm the type of person now, like, I got to have certain days where I talk to people. I feel like I got to have that one day where I talk to people. Go ahead and get it all out. Get my conversations out. Talk to everybody. And then I don't want to talk to y'all a couple days later. Like, after a couple days, I don't want to talk to y'all no more. I'm done talking. I'm done. That's it. That's all. So let's get to the vision board and what are your goals and how to create a vision board, a mood board. First things first, you probably need to go into 2022 of an idea of what you want for yourself. What do you see yourself doing in the next 3 months? You can, if this is your first time ever making a vision board or a mood board, don't be so hard on yourself. Set you short-term goals, medium-term goals, long-term goals over your life or whatever it is that you feel like you want to accomplish within a certain amount of months. Which is if your overall life, work related, school related, a business plan. You need to write the vision out so you can have an idea of what it is that you want to do. Write some goals out, but your vision board can look different ways. Some people some people have they write down, just say, my vision for 2022 is to open up a boutique. Okay, boom. Opening up a boutique. That means I need to figure out my name, what type of things I'm gonna have in my boutique, when I'm gonna open up my boutique, getting the legal stuff right, just different things. You need to write everything down. And you just break it up into different sections of what you're gonna work on first. What's the most important, just figure out what's how you want to do it and when you're gonna have it, done by, in that sense. So yeah, that's my goal, to do me a vision board. And you guys let me know if you do a vision board. I feel like a vision board or mood board, or just writing down some affirmations or whatever for you for 2022. I feel like it would be very helpful to you. Hold yourself accountable when you are doing a vision board. That means you have to be disciplined, and being disciplined and holding yourself accountable is hard. Like, it is so hard sometimes, because you have programmed yourself to be comfortable with doing things one way. When you trying to break a habit, it seems so hard. And I just feel like you doing a vision board for your life for 2022 is gonna be the best decision that you have made. This is gonna be the best decision that I have made, and I have to get on it. And I feel like you all should do it. So you all, please let me know if you do decide to do a vision board for 2022. Please let me know if you do do one, and I will let you guys know when I do one, or how I'm gonna do it. And in your vision board, you do not have to share that with nobody. They can be your personal vision board, or you can have you a personal vision board, or you can have a vision board where you don't mind sharing it. But you may want to keep it to yourself, because you know how some people will like to pray on your downfall, or be doubters, or any type of things of that sort. So you kind of want to hold your own vision. Just let it be between you and God, and or around the people that you trust, or people in your circle that you know that believe in you or have your best interest. So that's all I want to talk about, y'all. I kind of wanted to do a chill, lay back, chit chat talk. I hope everything that I said makes sense, because I had so many things running through my head. I feel like I still miss some, but and it is 1:11 in the morning, and I'm up doing this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys a wonderful year. I hope you guys are expecting great things for 2022. And it's not like a new year, new me type of thing, because honey, that is so played out. But if that's your theme or your motto, new year, new me, then by all means, say it, do it. But I think more so for me, I just don't want to always like talk about it and speak on things. I just need to do it. We just need to do it. I just pray whatever they touch or put their mind to, I pray that it all comes to pass. Pray on it. Write it out. Ask for discernment, wisdom on people, places, location, opportunities. Pray and ask God to lead you and guide you through everything, because you want to keep him ahead of you. You want him to be the head, the foundation. You want him to be in control, because when we start to do things in our own strength, that's when some things go left. But I'm not going to, ramble too much. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions on anything that I have said in this video, please feel free to comment. Also, please don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe. And please don't forget to hit that notification button so you can get alerts when I put up new videos. Cause what? Cause how y'all gonna see me? Okay. And I will see you guys in another video. Goodbye.